We've got a window sticker here in a price of 166,297 Canadian, 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport. Now, if you do have the executive seating, I truly would not recommend it if you have more than 2 kids. It's just mostly if you're going to be driven. Now, I also want to show you guys what the rear steering looks like. You can have it in arrival mode, which will basically turn the wheels in the back where you are wanting to go. But this is what the view looks like from the back. And so in front of me here, we've got a 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport here in Luna Metallic. I truly love this color. It is brand new for 26. It does have the blacked out roof option too. Now we'll start with some specs here for the IQ Sport. You're going to get 750 horsepower and 785 pound-feet of torque when you're using the Velocity Max mode. Now, you do have a dual motor all-wheel drive system, so all of them will come all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 happens in literally 4.7 seconds, which is pretty crazy on a vehicle that weighs 9,000 pounds. And you're going to get about 465 miles of range, which is about 750 kilometers. So that's enough about the specs here. So while just unlocking the car with the key fob, you'll be able to see it more at night, but it starts right here in the middle, and then it carries over to the side, and then you get a little bit more of like a waterfall type style light show, which is pretty cool, I do have to say. You've got a 360 camera here, so you got a camera at the front here. You've got parking sensors all down below. You know, it's just a really big, bold front end. Now, with this car being electric, obviously, you do get a front trunk. So just by clicking that twice, you're able to access the front trunk, which I do have to say is pretty big. I'm just going to zoom out here. Ton of room. You've got a 120 plug here too to plug in. Just in case you get stuck, you're able to get out just by pushing that button there. And yeah, I mean, ton of room. You've got your washer fluid here. It's got a Cadillac logo there at the top. You know, ton of cool options. You got lights here, but it is pretty deep. And that's nice to know, because if you want to put some suitcases or whatever in here, if you're going to go on a long haul, might as well. Now to close it, all you do is hit this twice, and I do believe you actually have to hold it down. But I do also have to mention how big this front end really is. I mean, the grille is massive. You know, it's just, there's so much going on here, and then the hood itself is so long. Honestly, when you get into this vehicle and drive it, it drives so smoothly, and it is very quiet inside. So that's it really at the front here. Let's take a look around the Escalade IQ and go over its options. So taking a look around the Escalade IQ, we'll start with the tire and wheel setup. We're sitting on 22-inch wheels, 275/60 R22. It's crazy to think that this wheel and tire looks small compared to that one over there. You know, I think the wheel design is nice, but honestly, it just looks small for this vehicle. We are sitting on Michelin tires. We've got a carpeted liner inside, and it does sit on air suspension. As we can see here, we do get a little bit of a light here on the fender. We've got the Cadillac logo there. We've got a black mirror cap with a camera underneath. And then as we take a look at the side of the Escalade IQ, we can just see how big this SUV really is. Now, you do only get keyless entry on the front 2 doors, which I'm surprised at this price level you wouldn't get keyless entry on the backs. But you can see here we've got a Cadillac logo here to lock it, and then to unlock it, you just grab it, push, there's a button here, the handle actually doesn't move. You do get a light there, which you can see a little bit more at night. Now, the door basically just opens more for you, so it's very assisted, I would say. Now, on the door panel here, we've got heated and ventilated seats. You've got your unlock buttons here with window control. We've got a nice laminate kind of wood grain trim there. It does come with massaging seats, and then all your lumbar controls are controlled via this here. We can see we've got some blue stitching here, some nice kind of brushed aluminum. We've got your speaker here as well. As we carry inside here, we've got a really comfortable seat arrangement here, all nice and leather, very plush. We've got your quilted blue stitching there, perforation, which looks good. And you also get speakers in the headrest on both seats. Here on the door sill, we can see we've got Escalade IQ. And then over here, we've got a testament to the old Cadillac logo here, showing that, you know, we've got the Merlettes here, which is pretty cool. And then this is what the interior looks like, which we'll get into when we get onto the driver's side. It comes with some blue stitching here, but it's mostly all black, which I think is preferable for some people, but you can get a lot of different options. As we can see here, we've got some storage here, but the design elements there look really cool, and it is all kind of soft touch, I would say, in a way. And then over here on the passenger side, you've got a wireless charging pad here, and you got cup holders as well. This one does have a full fixed moonroof, and all of them do come like that. And it is tinted, so don't worry about too much sunlight. Now we'll take a look here at the back. So we'll start here with the door panel. We've got a really nice kind of wood laminate here. We've got blue stitching with some black leather here. Lock and unlock here, speakers there. Nice soft touch material where your arm would lay. Over here on the seat, that same type of material and quilted blue stitching carries throughout. Now to move the seats, to move it forward, all you do is lift this up, and then to lift this, the seat will actually fold and actually come up. On the door sill here, we have the Escalade IQ. We've got screens here. At the back here too, it looks nice, especially from, a second row seating arrangement, and then we got some storage there. Inside over here, we've got climate control features. You got heated seats back here, and you can control, like I said, your climate. You've got your vents there as well, and then down below, you've got a plug, so 120, you got 2 HDMIs, and then 2 USB-Cs. So give you a closer glimpse of what it looks like, and then you can see we've got Cadillac there, which looks good. Now you can opt for an executive seating package here, which is mostly just for the rear seats here. I would say the second row. To get to the third row, it's not useful at all. You'd actually have to move the seats forward manually. But overall, I like this here. You still have access to the third row. Now I do also like the fact that you do get screens back here as well. Now that's it here from the back side of things. So I'll show you guys what it looks like for me to sit in the back here. So I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I'm getting into the back. I got a ton of room back here. I've got probably, I would say 7-8 inches almost. I like the screen here. It's really cool. You can tilt it, forward and back if you need to. The door opens up a decent amount as well. I like the armrest here, and then I've got my controls here. So it is dual zone climate. So I can control this side, and then that person can control their side. Heated seats back here. You've got ambient lighting as well. It's just, there's so many controls here. I can control where the air is going. And it's a very nice cabin. We'll shut this. Window goes all the way down. You know what? Honestly, it's really cool. I can definitely see myself staying in the back here for a long drive. To get to the back too, it's actually not that bad. Obviously, you can go right through the middle. Now, if you do have the executive seating, I truly would not recommend it if you have more than 2 kids. It's just mostly if you're going to be driven by the vehicle, and that's it. Now, a couple ways, obviously, to open up the back here. So you can just kind of push this forward, and it will go up. Or there's a button here on the side, like I mentioned, and then that's how you can get into the back. So a ton of cool options back here for the back of this vehicle. And here's what the back tire and wheel setup looks like. Again, 22-inch wheel. You've got that carpet aligner inside, and it does sit on air suspension. And I like the fact too that it kind of slopes back, gives you that nice kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Range Rover style, but I think that black rooftop makes this car and the color stand out a little bit more. So I also want to show you guys what the rear steering looks like. You can have it in arrival mode, which will basically turn the wheels in the back where you are wanting to go. So in this case, I want to go left. These wheels are going to point to the left to help kind of crab walk, if you will. And then you can have it on rear steering. So when you turn one way, it will go the opposite to help you steer a little bit more. But this is what it looks like here. So as you can see, the wheel is going left because we want to go left. Then I'll show you guys what it looks like here on the driver's side. So you can see it's a little tilted. And then this is what the front looks like. So just wanted to show you guys what that looks like before we go into the back. That's it from a side profile view. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here on the Cadillac Escalade IQ, we'll start right here in the middle. We can see we've got the Cadillac logo there. Below that, we've got 2 cameras. One is for your mirror camera, and then one is for your rear view camera. This one does have a nozzle here to spray, so it cleans the cameras off, especially up here in Canada. When they get dirty, it's nice that you can actually clean it. You can see we've got Escalade IQ on the left, 1000 E4 on the right. We've got parking sensors down below. You can actually trailer with this, just depending on the configuration of the vehicle, but there is the cover for your trailer hitch. Now, a couple cool things that I have to mention back here. One thing, I'm just going to zoom out here. One thing I truly love about these cars is they hide the wiper up here in this little kind of spoiler. And I truly believe that's a really cool design. Instead of just having it planted here, You know, I mean, Cadillac didn't invent this, but I just like that it looks a little bit more cleaner. Now to open the back here, a couple ways. You can obviously use the key fob, or you just push the bottom of the Cadillac logo and it will open up just like that. So you don't get a crap ton of room back here, I would say, especially with the third row. You do get some storage under here, a little bit only, I would say, just to kind of put your plugs to charge. You do get a 120 back here. You've got a speaker. You've got your controls here to control your seats. So if you want to just hit this button here on the right side, you can put the seats down just like that. And then you can actually have it come up as well. Now you can also put the middle row seats